and welcome to Pitch BrandTalk, your front row seat to how brands think, move, and inspire. Today, we're speaking with Ashutosh Valani, co-founder of Renee Cosmetics, the force behind one of India's fastest growing new age beauty brands. From selling out lipsticks online to building a bold, digital-first identity powered by celebrity appeal, influencer relevance, and retail expansion. Renee has become a D2C disruptor, rewriting the beauty playbook. Welcome, Mr. Ashutosh.
Thank you, Alina. Thank you for having me today.
So let's dive right in. Renee has grown incredibly fast in a short time. From those early online sellouts to becoming a beauty brand everyone's talking about. What do you think sparked the momentum?
I think, we were already doing a lot of BPC space, right? So we already had a couple of brands that we had sold before. So we were always looking for larger space to really come and disrupt, or even if not disrupt, at least try to make our own mark and value for sort of our consumers, right? And that's when we thought, which is the largest market in India where we can really use our skill set from our previous company, Beardo, right? So which was digital first company with a very heavy offline presence. We actually understand three things really well, right? We understand the consumer of India, we understand what they want, and we understand at what price they want, right? So I think these three combined with a great sort of execution skill can create great value, and I think that's what got us here today.
Yeah. So now that you all have the initial traction, what's the bigger picture for Renee? Are you focusing on new categories, deeper reach, or building more of a long-term loyalty with your customers?
See, I think it has to be all of those things that you mentioned, right?
Yeah.
It's been our fourth full year of operations after COVID. And we have already paved our way up the very top of the pyramid to become one of the largest new age sort of color cosmetics brand, right?
Yeah.
We right now what we want to do is we really want to keep doing what we have done. We want to focus on the products. We really want to innovate. We want to offer new and new things to our sort of consumers, and to make sure that we have the reach, right? Because a lot of times in India, what happens is you may have the product, you may have the right pitch, but you may not have the right sort of distribution. So building the offline distribution in a space like ours, which is more try me, feel me, touch me kind of a product range, it's important that you are present offline as well, right? So to build that power is a very different play than most of the digital mediums, right? So we really want to build our model. We really want to build our foundation, and we also want to sort of build a team which keeps on innovating and bringing the first ever seen products into India.
Yeah. So I think one thing that stands about Rennie, it's bold, youthful voice. Your campaigns are very fun, unapologetic, and very now. That's what I think. So what's the thinking behind your marketing style in such a fast-changing beauty market?
See, in the last 60 or 70 years, if you see the color cosmetics brands, right, they have done really well, right? So full sort of credit to them. But we did not see a lot of different kind of communication, right? India as a consumer market has been bored by the same old kind of language that most of the brands have been speaking to them with, right? It's been very aspirational, but at the same time very boring. So we said, hey, let's stir up this pot, right? Let's bring some culture into it. Let's bring some nowness into it, some freshness into it, and a little bit of twist of things, right? And combine all of them and probably shoot out sort of concept which is more relevant, which different generations will understand differently, and all of them combined will enjoy, right? So I think that's the purpose when you try to go like for example the campaign with Brunal Thakur that we have, right, which is very right up there. It's a jingle, it's a great product, it's great to watch, it feels like a song almost, right? That is very entertaining, so every time it plays you really hum with it. On the other hand, we have somebody like a Supriya Pathak, right, who's a legend, and we have brought that motherly kind of a play into it, where she goes and applies tika to her son, but the tika does not apply because it's a waterproof kajal, right?
Yeah.
Right. So all of those things where people really relate, and these are actions that people take in their life every day. And if you really connect to those emotions, I think you have built a great brand for yourself.
So speaking of campaigns, was there like any recent launch or any piece of content that you feel really shifted the needle for the brand, and what made it connect so well with your audience?
Absolutely. I think we did a very recent one about dating, right? So there's this nice young girl trying to date this guy, but it turns out that the guy is very toxic, right? And then it goes around where the guy is trying to double date the girl, but then it turns out he actually gets caught, right? And the girl wins, right, in the end. And I think most of us, right, in our lives have really experienced toxic people, right? And we
Yeah.
really want to get rid of them. So if you speak to your sort of consumer of what they've experienced, like I said, you really marry your brand to the sort of the consumer foresight, and bring out something great in it, right? And
Yeah.
then that way what happens is you also build a tom, right? So where you are top of the mind for your users, right? And I think that's where the game changes.
Yeah, that's a very interesting campaign. So part of Renee's bold image is also tied to having Brunal Thakur as your brand ambassador. So how has her presence shaped the way people see the brand?
No, I think, see, Mrunal is a great talent, but at the same
Yeah.
time, she has a very next door girl feel, right? So she does not feel very far apart from a different universe. She actually feels like she belongs
Yeah.
to somebody that you might know, right? She's that kind of a familiarity. And when you have somebody like that sort of present your brand, what happens is you feel that it is a very doable look, or this is something, there is a lot of trust and credibility, right, to people like those. So when she says something, people really believe, right?
Yeah.
And you can also see what she's selling or what she's saying, she's also practicing it, right? This is not something that is just for the sake of money, or so I think that's where the difference lies.
Yeah. And at the same time, like the influencer marketing is everywhere.
Hmm.
So do you think having a strong celebrity face still delivers something that the influencers can't?
I think, see, this may not be. There's no right answer to this, because I don't think there is a right either or a wrong on the other side. I think
Yeah.
you have to do all of it, right? So while you may have a celebrity face, that celebrity face may not be able to reach everybody, right?
Right.
Whereas the influencers may be able to penetrate a little bit lower in that cycle, right? In that pyramid of marketing. So I think it's essential for a brand to have both.
Yeah.
Just a face may not be enough for you to really go and market, because you can only create so many pieces of content with one sort of celebrity, but you can create multiple content pieces with sort of multiple influencers. So I think both are very important in their own sort of standing.
Yeah. So you started out as a digital first brand, right? But now Renee is in offline retail as well. How do you decide how much to invest in the retail media versus the digital marketing today?
So I think currently we are very digital heavy, right? So our entire brand is driven by online and sort of digital marketing. Whatever offline noise that we have been able to create has been have thanks to all of the online marketing that we have been doing, right?
Yeah.
Now that we have the distribution offline is when we will now start deploying real dollars behind it, right? Real money behind it to actually do the offline marketing. See, offline marketing cannot be done if you're only present in 3, 4, 5 cities, right? You
Yeah.
have to create that foundation and base of being sort of available, right? To your first question, it's important that you are there, and then you let the people know, okay, hey, look, we are in your city, come buy from us, right? And I think that's what we were doing till now, and now I think we are ready. So you will see a lot of probably OTT led, TV led, mass led kind of branding and campaigns.
So as you said that beyond where you spend, there's also how you plan the entire thing. So on the tech side, how are you using data or marketing tools to understand your customers better and to make your campaigns more sharper and understood to the audience?
So I think data is the heart of everything, right?
Yeah.
Ultimately, if you don't understand data, you can't do anything, you can't deploy anything, right? So we have a team of data analysts who come to us and give us very important information of how a consumer is behaving in what kind of geography, what are they buying, what are the price point which are acceptable, right? And once we have the data, we churn that data and say, okay, how do you want to market? Is it going to be a pan India campaign? Is it going to be a geographical campaign? Is it going to
Yeah.
be sort of fixed demographic campaign? So all of that really helps, right? That acts as a tool and a backbone to sort of what we do, right?
Yeah.
Or what kind of content we create. See, just imagine if I have a guy probably apply a lipstick, right? There may be a segment that do that, but that segment may be very small. Now,
Yeah.
on my hunch, if I start marketing that side of it, probably I'm missing out on the larger, category. Hence, from the data will tell me, okay, girls use more lipstick, and girls from this age would prefer this color and at this price point. So I
Yeah.
exactly know how to target that particular segment versus a segment that may not be true to its data points.
Right. So, what do you think is Renee's breakout or like the star product, and what do you think made it connect to like the audience very strongly?
I think Renee has actually become a brand of breakout products, right? So
Yeah.
from our first product, which was Fab 5, which was a 5-in-1 lipstick, to our very recent product, which is a kajal called Midnight, Renee Midnight, right?
Yeah.
Between those, we have really gone and innovated a black lipstick turning pink, which was Madness, Bollywood Filter, which is a great primer, blurs your face, to your 4-in-1 draw for gold 4, lip liners, to your Midnight, right? So all of these have really broken out, right? And we are now creating more and more breakout products as we speak, right? So
Yeah.
I think breakout is our style of doing business, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
You've also launched products for kids, right? Which is
yeah,
very unique in the Indian beauty space.
yeah.
How did the inspiration come up to you, and how has the response been for that?
Sure, sure. So I think my sister-in-law has 3 children, and one of them being a girl, always wants to use a makeup product, but can't use their mother's products because they are more made for long-lasting, longer stay. Not absolutely or always very soft or subtle on the child's sort of skin. So I think for children, you need to devise makeup which is more softer, does not have like a demand of long stays. It's more playful, it's more organic, lighter sort of notes, less chemicals, probably close to none, right? Just
Yeah.
preservatives to preserve the product intact, right? So we said, hey, look, there are a bunch of people who are wanting to really use the makeup, right? And they end up using probably their sort of mother's product, and let's see if we can offer them, right? So this is not for everybody who really wants or don't want the makeup. It's only a choice. if
Yeah.
if the parents choose that the kids should do makeup and not use theirs, I think this is the perfect range for those kids as well,
Yeah.
which is
How has
safely.
been the response for the same?
So I think it has been I think I don't really have the data, but it is safe to say that we might be the largest preteen brand in the country today with Princess Byron also.
Right. Right. That's a really interesting thing to have as a product.
Yeah.
How are you balancing your appeal across Gen Z in metros and consumers in tier 2 and tier 3 cities?
I think for Gen Z, right? So I think we'll like I like to differentiate between, let's say, age group demographics of 16 to 24 versus a 25 to
Yeah.
7 upwards, right? 16 to 24 is somebody who is just getting into makeup, trying a few things for the first time. They don't really want to overspend also at the same time, so they are very careful. These sort of bunch of users are very educated about what is the formula, how it is made. So they like things like skincare infused makeup. So there is a separate range for these set of consumers who would want to have a skincare infused makeup, not too expensive, but also from a brand, right, which has been recognized, right? What we have seen from the consumers 24 and above is that they are very mature users. They exactly know what they want, what are the colors that suit on them, right?
Yeah.
So all they want is a credible product with a great formula and a great output of that particular product, right? So you can charge a little bit of a premium there, right? Because they also understand, right? To have a good product, it's okay to pay 50, 100 rupees extra and get a better output of it, right? So I think that's the sort of differentiation between the two. But yeah, it's the same path, right?
Right. So have you had to change your messaging or approach, like depending on the which audience you're targeting, like maybe the kids or the Gen Z or the millennials?
Absolutely, absolutely. See, with kids, you have to have kids on board, right? With teenagers or Gen Zs, you need to have those kind of colors or those kind of communication sets to be used, contents to be used, right? For a more mature audience, you have to have that kind of audience. So you have to speak to your audience how and where they are, right? Rather than trying to one size fits all kind of an approach is not the right one anymore, right? In this digital age.
Yeah. And like finally, what's next? Any big moves or any new categories or marketing ideas we should like watch out for the coming year?
Yeah, absolutely. I think this year is going to be the year of innovation within the sense of content creation, right? We are going to sort of experiment a lot, and you will see that very soon. So I think that is something that we are really excited about. That this has never been done before. Very different kind of communication, content creation, advertisements, right? All of those things, right? So while we also want to sell, we also want to entertain our audience, right? And we want them to appreciate us for that, right? So that's one. Number two is great products coming, so that's something to look out for. New products. Third, there is no big step. I think big step for us is keep growing at the pace that we have been, and make our consumers happy, make our products better every batch, right? And that's our goal. So if you do that, that's a big step for us. Very simple.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ashutosh, for taking behind the scenes of Renee's journey. It's inspiring to see how the brand is combining bold creativity, smart marketing, and sharp consumer insights to redefine beauty for a new generation. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you very much.